So you're teaching people to get American clients.
Exactly. And South Africans, specifically South Africans. Yeah.
But does it only apply for South Africans, or anyone can be able to do it?
No, anyone can do this. These US companies are desperately looking for talent. We what's the word? Not advise, we recommend our students to not charge less than $2,500 per month. That's roughly like 45,000 Rand for one client. So if you sign 2 clients, you're already making 90,000 Rand a month in South Africa.
Okay, one popular question people always ask is, how much have you made?
Close to 10 billion now.
10 million rands.
Yeah.
Like 10 million rands.
It's not that's revenue. It's like 70% profit. It's because it requires the least amount of capital to begin with.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's under 1,000 Rand a month, to get started.
Okay, firstly, how old are you? And you're saying you made 10 million.
23. So it was more of inspiration. I was on YouTube and I was like, I see these people, young kids, maybe early 20s, making all this money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I also want to do that. And the real progress and the quick progress comes from joining mentorship and programs. That's also why we have a mentorship and program, because it helped me so much in my journey.
Okay.
So now I'm kind of like 2-3 steps ahead of some people, and then I can teach them how to do it.
What would you say to someone who's in a situation right now where like maybe they've just got $100 or 1,000 rands only, and they've got no other plan?
Yeah.
Today on the Built From Nothing podcast, I sit down with Andro Koen, a young entrepreneur working in the online space. He's managed to build a business generating over 10 million in revenue at the young age of 23. And so today we sit down with him and ask him how he did it. Built From Nothing is a show where we sit down with the real entrepreneurs who started their journey with nothing and built something extraordinary. We bring their stories to you for free. All that we kindly ask is that you subscribe, as it helps us to grow the channel and enable us to be able to reach more people who will bring their stories and bring more inspiration, tools, and help to help you to level up your own life. So, Andro, for those who maybe are watching this podcast for the first time, they've never seen you, please just tell us a bit about who you are exactly and what exactly you do.
Of course. So I started my agency back in like 2023. That's when I started. So before that, actually 18, high school, looking to make money online, searched all on YouTube, like best way to make money online. Then I did all the Forex trading. I did all the side hustles, drop shipping, even started Instagram theme pages, just trying to make money online, and actually stumbled upon Instagram or on Email Guide's Instagram. And he put out a story. It's like, I'm looking for short form editors. And then I applied for that, got the job, got pretty lucky on that. And then I basically started my whole journey, bought a lot of programs, and then, started my agency. And then now we've got our own podcast, Info Product, where we're helping South Africans start their own agency as well. So that's been quite a journey so far.
So when you say that you started your own agency, what exactly is an agency?
So agency is basically where you sell digital services to clients, wherever that may be. So we focus primarily on American clients. So we do content services for them. There are like hundreds of services you can offer, and that's definitely the one we recommend for our clients as well.
Okay.
Start a service-based business. It can be Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Reels, AI copywriting, funnels, like anything you want, but sell that in America because you can charge US dollars. So that's like the entire strategy we teach our students to do.
Okay. So you're teaching people to get American clients.
Exactly. And South Africans, specifically South Africans. Yeah.
Okay. So that's really good, I guess, for many South Africans who are watching this.
Yeah.
But does it only apply for South Africans, or anyone can be able to do it?
No, anyone can do this, but I feel like there's a massive opportunity for South Africans at the moment, because, these US companies are desperately looking for talent.
Yeah.
And I've been on group call, or like, not coaching calls, group call, team calls with like the biggest US companies, like info businesses.
Yeah.
In the world, and 50% of their team are South Africans. So they're all looking for South African talent. And they even say, like, I've been through all their coaching programs, and in these videos they say, hire from South Africa, like get South African talent.
Yeah.
So I've got like this insider info, you could say, of these people, US companies actively looking for South African talent, and you just need to put yourself out there and tell them like, yo, I can do this.
So agency and coaching people, it's the same thing, or two different branches of your business?
Yeah, so the agency is the one business. That's the one I started with. That's also the one we recommend for our students as well to start. I was also in like this online money space, trying to find my way, I also started at zero. So I'm like, which is the best one to start?
Yeah.
Then I obviously just went through all of them, did all the research, like was obsessed about this, trying to find the right one. And I was like, okay, agency is the best one. You learn so many skills. You learn sales, you learn appointment booking, you learn marketing, you learn all these business skills, which you can then translate to any other business you start after that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. And then, that's the agency. We're still running to this day. And then we've got the info product, which is like a consulting program, called Founders Acquisition, where we're helping South Africans start their own agencies, South African entrepreneurs, people working a 9 to 5, maybe trying to make money online. Anyone in South Africa looking to make money online.
Yeah.
And this is the best place to start. The best business model to begin as a beginner as well.
So why you say that this is the best business model? Can you maybe tell us a bit about what have you been able to do for yourself? Like, okay, one popular question people always ask is, how much have you made?
Close to 10 million now.
10 million rands.
Yeah.
Like 10 million rands.
It's not just revenue. It's like 70% profit.
So like 7 million was your profit.
Close to that, yeah.
Damn. That's very impressive.
In 3 years.
In 3 years. Yeah, but okay, it doesn't matter whether it's 3 years or 5 years. The fact that you actually hit that figure, is something that's very impressive. Okay, awesome. So you are actually helping people to be able to get into that.
Yeah, we've got our own full-fledged program. I've spent close to a year building this thing out. We're constantly making refinements. We're gonna run this business for the next half a decade, probably. Close to there, 5-6 years. I don't know how long the info space. Usually there's like a timeline, how long you run these businesses. Like agency, for example.
Yeah.
You usually run for like 3-4 years. You can obviously run it. You can run it forever, but it's got like a lifespan. Usually 3-4 years. And then info is more like 5-6 years. And then you go maybe into e-com or software, which you can do for decades,
Yeah.
But the reason I say the agency is the best one to start is because it requires the least amount of capital to begin with.
Yeah. Okay.
It's literally just like a couple software. You need Zoom. You don't even need the pro Zoom. Usually, Zoom software is like 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah.
You don't want to be on a sales call. It's like 40 minutes left. And this guy's a brokey. I'm going to sign with him. So it's like $10 a month for Zoom. And then Calendly is like another $10 or something.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's under 1,000 Rand a month, to get started.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's the best one to start for beginner. Drop shipping and all these things, you're going to spend thousands of dollars just testing to find a winning product.
Yeah.
And you can't have that as a beginner. You can't be testing thousands of dollars just to test. And with the agency, it's the best one because you're only spending your time, which is all you really have at that stage. You don't have money, but you're not even wasting time because you're building skills. So it's nothing to lose really.
Okay. That's dope. So, I think people are now interested, since you're saying that it's easy to do, how exactly do I get into it? But before we get into that, I want us to talk about you, the person who is doing this. Like, firstly, how old are you? And you're saying you've made 10 million.
23.
You're 23.
Yeah.
Dude, you're 23.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You're making me feel like, some kind of way. But no, that's quite impressive. Very impressive. And like, would you say that you came from a background where there was money, and so it was easy for you to then go ahead and start making more money?
Yeah. So I am, it depends, what is like a lot of money and stuff. Like my parents were well off. I went home, I had a roof under my head, like I had a nice home, nice family.
Yeah.
Always had food and all of that, access to Wi-Fi, didn't go to bed, hungry. So everything was good, but no one in my family was like entrepreneurial, like not a single person. So I didn't have that. But like, went to high school, just normal, basically. So that come from any money or any entrepreneurial background.
So what made you say that, I want to start? Like you mentioned, you say that you did Forex trading, drop shipping. Why were you looking for all those things? And yet you sounds like your background was okay.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing, most people, they start a business out of desperation or inspiration. So I was more out of inspiration. Most people, or a lot of people who start online businesses, like they were maybe traumatized as kids. So they were extremely poor. Like I had to start this business. Like, otherwise we might not have food.
Yeah.
I was always fine, not living lavishly, but just, normal. So it was more of inspiration. I was on YouTube and I was like, I see these people, young kids, maybe early 20s, making all this money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I also want to do that. That's kind of where the inspiration part started. So my mentors was YouTube. It's just influencers basically.
So like other young people were looking at stuff like they want to become influencers and they're vlogging and they're traveling, they're going to nightclubs, they're partying, they're drinking. But you are looking at YouTube and you're seeing, I want to do entrepreneurship.
Exactly.
Would you say what makes you different from everyone else who just wants to have fun? Why are you like this? Was there like something that made you like lean towards entrepreneurship and not just entertainment?
That's
what
the question. Yeah. So I did decent in school. I got like 70% average, like high 60s, low 70s. So it's decent, but it wasn't good enough to become like high level job or get like, make a lot of money in a career. I didn't get into the university I wanted to. So it was always like, I just wasn't good enough for the thing, for like the best university or like just an A student. Like it was just underneath that. So I knew I kind of have to start something myself. Yeah. There's this book from Robert Kiyosaki. Let's see if I can remember the name. He said, B students work for C students and C students own the company or something like that.
Yeah.
It's actually a book he wrote. It's not exactly like that, but it's the same premise. So I was kind of like a C student, so I had to start the company because I didn't want to work for someone else. Like I even told my dad, there's no way in hell I'm working a 9 to 5. I told him that like word for word.
And how did he take it?
He was just like, Andro, like, what are you saying? But I just could not. I didn't like the authority. I don't know. In high school, teachers like do this. Like I never liked that. I couldn't like let someone tell me what to do. And if you're in that situation, it's totally fine. But if you don't like that, see it as a stepping stone. To get out of it. Yeah. I just don't want to associate myself with that whatsoever, and did not even do that. And I didn't work a single 9 to 5. Ever. So because I didn't want to. So I kind of had to do my own thing and start my business.
Nice. And would you say like, okay, so you were saying that you didn't like school, but would you say that like some of what you do was related to school? Like, did you get a degree or something?
Yeah, so I went into BCom. It's funny, I didn't even have economics in high school. I had biology, science, and accounting. I didn't really like either of them. And the thing is, in school, they force you to learn.
Yeah.
And like, I love learning. I learn like 3-4 hours a day, listening to podcasts, audiobooks while I'm at the gym, listening to an audiobook, doing cardio, listening to a book, reading a book. At night, I read. Like, I almost learn constantly. I love it. I'm obsessed with learning.
Yeah.
But in high school, in real life, I'm not forced to learn. Like, no one is saying, oh, you should read this book. I'm doing it out of my own enjoyment.
Yeah.
But in high school, they force you to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, you have to learn this for this stud. I hate that. When someone tells me you need to do this, I don't like that.
So you don't like being told what to do?
No. Like, I tell myself what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know what's best for me because I am me.
That's good. So did you study for this or you did it yourself? You learned by yourself?
What do you mean study?
Like you're saying that you are building agencies.
Yes.
You're working in the social media space.
Yeah.
So is this something that you were taught in school?
Oh, no. Not a single class.
Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, so I learned all of this on YouTube and programs mostly. And the real progress and the quick progress comes from joining mentorship and programs. Okay. That's also why we have a mentorship and program, because it helped me so much in my journey. Okay. So now I'm kind of like 2-3 steps ahead of some people, and then I can teach them how to do it. I was also in the boat of like, what should I do? And then I bought these mentorship and programs, a lot of money. But when you pay money, you pay attention, Well, everything online is like on YouTube is free. But the reason people don't value it is because they haven't invested anything of themselves, any money, any energy. They might invest their attention on the video, but they don't value their attention that much. Yeah. So if they pay money for something, they're like, this money, like people value their money a lot, It's like,
so they have to pay attention.
So if they pay money for a mentor, they're like, like they are really invested, and when they invested, they get better results.
I agree with you. Like from my experience, I also do a bit of coaching, and so because I create a lot of free content on YouTube, people always asking like, can you teach me how to do this? And then I'm like, but I've got a video that you can watch and do this. And they're like, no, I watched the video. That's why I'm asking you. Then I look at the title. I'm like, the video is teaching you how to do the thing that you're asking.
Exactly.
Then I realized, no, people just like they like being given out stuff. But when you make people pay, they actually do what you say that they should do.
Exactly. And then they get the results.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, because when you pay for something, number one, let's say I pay a mentorship, which I did a lot of money, like in the past, like a lot of money. I pay them money. Now I'm like, okay, literal part of my energy, because here's the thing. When you pay money, it's like how you get the money. You use your effort and energy to get the money. Let's take a waiter, for example. He waits tables. He's literally using his energy and his effort and burning calories, right? Serving people to make money. So money is literally just you energy, right? So when you pay money to a mentor, you are putting your energy into that mentor. So then you are invested in him. And obviously, if he's achieved your goals, he's made millions of dollars online, he can then teach you how to do it. Of course, you know, he's done it. So, but then you are invested in it, and then you actually listen, and then you take action because you believe what he says is true, and then you'll act on it.
That's deep. So you strongly believe in mentorship?
100%. I'm still doing it to this day, like constantly investing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll talk about mentorship just right now. Earlier, you said that like you learned from YouTube. Now I'm looking at someone who goes to YouTube and says how to make money online. That's what I did. I'm assuming that's what you did as well.
Yeah.
You get a ton of all these different videos, forex trading, drop shipping, drop servicing, whatever. There's so much. How do you know that, okay, this is the thing that I should stick to that will give me the result that I want, which is making real genuine money?
Of course. So you want to choose the one that you kind of have like affinity towards, like it just draws you in. Because the main thing when it comes to online business is just sticking with something. Because most people have shiny object syndrome. It's like they see a friend make dropshipping money. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. But the second you switch business models, you lose all that progress. Like it's this effect where you, they call it the Dunning-Kruger effect. Alex Hormozi also has this thing where, you know, it's uninformed optimism is the first step. It's like you are uninformed and you're optimistic. Oh, I'm going to make this much money with drop shipping. I see this guy doing it. I'm going to do it as well. You're uninformed, but you're optimistic. Then it's informed pessimism. You're now informed. Okay, this is actually going to be way harder than it looks. It's not just like, because most of these people, they flash to get people in, which is also fine. But then you obviously need to teach them what they actually need to know. And then you kind of fall down this rabbit hole, like, oh shit, like, it's actually going to be extremely hard. And then you're like, okay, then you see someone else make money with TikTok shop. Then you jump into that uninformed optimism again. Wow, I'm going to make it. So the real thing is just sticking with one business model for like 2-3 years, and success is kind of inevitable.
2 to 3 years.
Yeah, at least.
What do you say about the fact that like most, especially YouTube videos, talk about making money now? And then most people, what's required is for you to actually stick to it for 2 to 3 years. How do you balance that out?
So when I can just talk of my personal experience, right? So it took me, well, like, let's say watching YouTube videos, I really only started making money when I invested in mentorship.
Okay.
And actually like a coach, and not just the online free YouTube videos.
Okay.
Maybe if I watched the online free YouTube videos, I would have made money, but it would have taken me 5 times longer. You know? So a coach helps with that. It's going to take like, the expectation is around 12 months. Let's just say that. So in the grand scheme of things, 12 months is really nothing. 1 year of your life. Like even with AI and technology and all these things, we probably going to live to like 120 if you really take care of yourself. So 1 year out of 120 is less than 1% of your life. It's like 0.8% of your life to wait to make money. Is you just need to zoom out of it.
And I think that's the part most people don't get. Like, because you have a situation right now, you need maybe money to pay rent. There's pressure to do this and that. We focus too much of our attention on the now and forget that you might be in the same situation next year. So you're not willing to make the investment so that your next year is better. Because you're only focusing on now.
It's like that survival state.
Exactly. Exactly.
So here's the thing, getting to like $10,000 a month, like that is the hardest you'll ever work. It's the absolute hardest you'll ever work. And then after that, you can kind of think and breathe. And then you start to make long-term decisions. And then you actually make more money. Because, I think about you in like survival mode. You're just like, I need to make money now. And we're all like this. It's totally fine. Like even everyone starts at zero. It took me like 27 sales calls to land my first client. But once I landed my first client, I was like, okay, I can kind of relax a bit. And then in like 2 weeks, I signed 5 clients. So
27 sales calls.
This is my first one. And it took me like 2,300 plus emails, personalized emails to sign my first client.
Okay, so let me get this. Like you're sending out these emails to try and get a client.
And these are all American people,
And then some of them are saying, yes, let's do a call.
Like 99% of people say no, 1% say yes.
Okay, so there's a Zoom calls, right?
Yes.
And then you close is it the 27th or the 28th?
It was the 27th call.
The 27th call. Why would you stick until you get to 27? Why didn't you give up on 10 or 15 or?
Oh no, I couldn't give up. It's like, that was like, there's no other choice for me. I couldn't do something else. So it was just this. It's like the whole 50 Cent get rich or die trying. Like, I would rather die than not do this thing.
But you said like you were in a family that was okay.
Yeah.
Was there pressure from mom and dad, like, put your life in order or else get out or something like that?
No, nothing. Zero pressure. It was all pressure from myself.
Okay.
I don't know where that came from. It's just like, I constantly compare myself to people where people say, oh, like, why are you working so hard? Like, the average salary is 20,000 a month, 15,000 a month, rand.
Yeah.
Why are you working so hard? You're making 10 times that. What are you doing? It's like, no, I'm comparing myself to people in their 20s making, millions of dollars a month.
Yeah.
A month. I'm like, shit, I'm nothing. So, it's this balance, constantly be unsatisfied and like gonna live a miserable life. But that's kind of what's required.
I like that. I like that. So my personal story is like, I also talk a lot about making money in dollars. And he always ask me, why did you talk in rand? And then my answer is always that, like, I was in a situation I could not find local answers. So the only people who were talking about the answers that I could implement with these Americans who were doing stuff and earning in dollars. So I teach people that, like, if you want your situation to change, don't think local, think international.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people there who've got so much money and they can give it to you.
Yeah.
But you just need to think on the level of the problems that they have, that you can solve for them.
Yeah.
And then they will pay you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of people say to make money, you need to provide value. But like, what the hell is value? Like, what is the value I need to provide? But so, the way to provide value is to alleviate pain from someone. Mm-hmm. So if someone is less painful, right? You provide value to them.
Yeah.
And in order to alleviate pain from someone, you need to solve a problem. Mm-hmm. So basically, you can cut out of the middle part and just say, solve a problem, and then you'll make money. So don't think you need like this grand idea in the shower, like this $1 million idea, the shower thought, like, oh, I'm going to start this $1 billion company.
Yeah.
It's it's like, see what problems people have in the US, for example, and most people's problems are just like, I need more clients. I want to make more money. Mm-hmm. It's like most people's problems are in the business world specifically. So just see how you can solve that problem and make these people more money. And then that will give you more money. It's just logical.
Yeah. And I like the fact that you say that you learned that from watching YouTube videos. So you can actually watch YouTube videos and I'll teach you exactly what he's talking about. But don't worry, he's going to start explaining a bit further just now, like in terms of practically, this is what you can do. But let's go back to mentorship. You mentioned that your life changed when you got mentors.
Yeah.
Are you allowed, or can you tell us who your mentor is right now?
I've got a bunch of mentors actually, but the biggest ones I would say is Iman Gadzi for sure. He was like a big inspiration when I first starting this. And then also Charlie Morgan. So he was also, I was one of his top 3 students in his program.
Charlie Morgan. Yes, I know Charlie Morgan.
He's a UK entrepreneur.
Yeah, slim guy, tall guy, I think. Don't know if he's tall, but he looks tall for the way.
Yeah, it's like 27, made like $40 million.
Wow.
Iman is just on another level as well, also very young. But he's been, the thing is, when you compare yourself to these people, you're naturally going to compare. People say, oh, comparison is a thief of joy, but you're always going to compare.
Yeah.
Right? So he's been in this entrepreneurial game for 10 years. Okay. He started at 14. Okay. He's 24 now. People are like, wow, what's this insane? But he started at 14.
Iman is 24.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was older. Okay.
Yeah. And Charlie started at like 19. He's 27 now. So that's 8 years. Yeah. I've only been really starting for like 3 years. So, and also, you're going to make more progress in your entrepreneurship journey in like life in general. Like let's take a 10-year time horizon, for example.
Yeah.
You're going to make more progress in year 9 to 10, like that 9 to 10, than the previous 9 years combined.
Yeah.
So because it's exponential. Year 1 to 6, right? Okay. You're going to get good results, but 6 to 7 is going to get more results than year 1 to 6 combined.
Exactly.
So it's like this exponential curve.
Yeah.
So you just need to stick in the game long enough.
I believe that it's true. Like even my own YouTube journey. Yeah, I remember the first few years I kept asking myself, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like one video would maybe go viral and then you give you that energy to continue doing it. But then you're not really getting results until you just get to this point where for some, I can't explain it, but for some reason, everything is now just working and it's going up and up.
The main thing is compound interest. That's the word.
Nice.
Compound interest. It's the same with YouTube. It's in everything. Warren Buffett's net worth, like I believe he's worth like $80 billion, I think.
Yeah.
99.8% of that was after his 60th birthday.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like this, nothing, boom. Where did this come from? It's the same with entrepreneurship. Like the first 2 years, you might not get anything. And then out of nowhere, you just explode. You're like, well, overnight success. No, you didn't see this 2 years.
Yeah.
Where I worked and saw absolutely nothing. And then out of nowhere sprung. And then people are like, oh, lucky. No, you didn't see all that work they put in the start. It's the story of the bamboo. So it's a story, I'm pretty sure it's like an actual fact, where bamboo, you plant a bamboo seed. You water it, it grows like, I don't know, a couple inches over a couple of weeks. And then out of nowhere, like week 10, it jumps up like 6 feet. That's exactly what entrepreneurship, compound interest, what all this is. YouTube, posting videos online, building your personal brand, making money online. That's what all of it is.
But I call it, fortunately, most people are not willing to stick out
Yeah.
until they get to year 1 or year 2 of doing the same thing, not seeing much results.
Yeah. Patience.
Yeah. That's it. But hey, for those who are willing to stick with it, you start getting results just like he's talking about.
3 years is not that much.
Yeah, so the funny part is that it's not that much if you compare how long you're going to be living. Like myself, I could have started, like, for example, YouTube. I do many things, but one of them is YouTube. I started my YouTube channel in 2019. I thought of starting YouTube in 2014.
Yeah.
But I kept on delaying it. So if I had just started, I would be far off.
Yeah. Like the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
Yeah. Not tomorrow. Do it now.
Yeah. It's the same thing I say. The more new version of that is the best time to start your personal brand was 10 years ago. The second best time is now.
Yeah.
The best time to buy Bitcoin was 10 years ago. The second best time is now.
So true. Yeah. So true. So you said you were being mentored by Iman and China Morgan.
Yeah.
Okay. So are these guys who are like physically mentoring you?
Mostly online videos.
Okay.
And so Iman was more like the inspirational part, like the lifestyle, stuff like that. And I think that's what gets people in. And that's really, it is an inspiration, and that gets you to act, And Charlie was more like tactical psychology, just like more tangible, just like exactly do this. But both are important.
Okay.
But I got a bunch of mentors, like even Ty Lopez, even the scandal he went through, still got like some very good ideas, amazing ideas. Yeah, I like I said, I study a lot. Podcast, Chris Williamson is a good inspiration as well with the podcast.
So I like the fact that you don't have to be mentored by someone you are physically seeing. I get a lot of these emails, Marshall, can you please mentor me? And then they're like, no, I'm willing to come and you mentor me and coach me. And I'm like, why? Who told people that your mentor is supposed to be someone who you see physically? And also, like, people think that mentorship is like friendship. Like this nice guy who's going to hold me by the hand and say, press this button and $10,000 appears. Press that button now. 20,000.
No, it doesn't work like that. And I mean, in person is definitely better. Like if you can spend time in person with them, you kind of learn through osmosis. It's like you rub shoulders physically, not actually physically, but if you're closer to these people, you see how they operate, you see how they move throughout the day, what they eat, what they listen to. Like you learn way more just by being around them, definitely. But 99% of the time, you're not going to be around them. So the second best route for you is to watch their YouTube videos and buy their programs.
And how much would you say you've invested in mentorship?
1.5 billion. Actually calculated, yeah.
1.5 million rands.
Yeah.
To be mentored and coached by these people.
Yeah, like all these programs, yeah, in total so far.
Would you say what you've got back?
It's almost 10x.
It's 10x.
Almost. Well, that knowledge that I've bought essentially and gathered and went through and all that knowledge I've gained, like I've only used like 5% of it probably. This is applicable for my entire lifetime.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have this knowledge, no recession, no economy crash, whatever happens, the world goes into crisis. I still have that knowledge and that skills that I've learned. So it's invaluable. Like Warren Buffett said, the best asset is you, investing in yourself. And all these people like Alex Emoji, don't invest in the S&P 500, invest in the SME 500, invest in yourself. They all say the same thing. So I just took that to practice, and it paid off.
I'm sure you've heard of the concept of limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like maybe growing up you had some limiting beliefs that you had to take off, or maybe you've just always been this guy who I'm positive, I'm going for it?
That's a good question. So I really don't know that much. Obviously, there's a mixture between nature and nurture. Like nature is like just how you were born. Like some people are just naturally confident from day one out the womb, just like this confident guy.
Yeah.
And then nurture is like you work into it, you get accolades, you get accomplishments, and then you build up your confidence. So I think mine is a mix of both maybe. But as children, we are kind of, I've got this tattoo here. It's like a DreamWorks tattoo, right? Is to never like lose your childlike curiosity. We always have that. It's like this natural confidence that kids just have. But I think just through life and school, you kind of just like squash down. Like, no, don't say that. Oh, these big dreams. No, be realistic and all that.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I think you have this natural abilities just to dream big, and just the world is your oyster.
I want to be a pilot.
Yeah, I want to be all these things. I wanted to be Spider-Man and stuff. Yeah, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And you can literally do that. Like, you can become like Spider-Man if you really want to.
Yeah.
So mine was kind of a mix of both, just to remove all those limiting beliefs from like school system and just like everything, like just society in general, mostly the school system. My parents were very supportive, just like pushing you down and just like not allowing you to dream big and just like, oh, be realistic, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So shedding those beliefs, which took like a lot of practice, like visualization, affirmations, vision board, stuff like that, just like really brainwashing myself through content as well.
Yeah.
Watching YouTube videos, people saying it is possible, seeing it's possible. That helped a lot. And then also, like that was the nurture part. So actually building that confidence through like, people telling me it's possible and like, those visualizations and stuff, which is actually helping quite a lot. And then the nurture or the nature, just my actual childlike curiosity of dreaming big and just allowing that to grow again.
So you said brainwashing yourself by watching content, podcasts, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Affirmations.
Books is also a big one.
Books. And then a visual board.
Yes. Okay. Affirmations also big. And then, the second part was just my natural childlike, ability to dream. Yeah.
Then I was listening to like one of your videos where you were mentioning that like you'd be working like 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you are making lots of money. Why 16 hours a day? Like,
at the moment with my agency, I work like 2 hours a week. But in the beginning, I had to do everything. So, with my agency, that's why I always say it's good to start when you don't have any responsibilities, like as early as possible. People are like, oh no, let me just get my degree first and then my job and then I'll do it. But then you have all these responsibilities.
Yeah.
Probably have a lot of debt. Probably have a rent and a house and maybe a wife or a girlfriend. They have all these expenses.
Do you have a wife and a girlfriend, by the way?
No, not a wife.
Are you on the market, by the way?
I'm on the marketplace. But yeah, so in the beginning, you just have to do everything yourself. Like I would source the leads of the people I would prospect. I would record the Loom videos. I would send the emails. I would do the follow-ups. I would do the sales calls. I would, I outsourced my service delivery to, my good friend at the start, right? I would just outsource that because I kind of built up that skill set working with him on. Obviously, we got the like personal brand content agency that we're doing.
Yeah.
So I would just do that. I would still gym and eat healthy and get some sun every single day as well. So it's still, health is very important. And then, as I signed a few clients, 1 or 2 clients, I then started to outsource those roles. So my email team at the moment is fully outsourced. All the emails are handled. I just handle my main inbox and I hop on sales calls and I manage the team.
Building a team, did you know how to build a team, or this is something that you learned like from the mentorship and coaching?
Like the hiring part and stuff like that. I don't think it's like, I think people make it this big thing. Maybe I'm just like a natural at it. I don't even know, but I think people think it's so complicated, like this hiring and leadership skills and roles, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't learn a single thing. Like I didn't read a book about leadership or training or nothing like that. I just did it, maybe it just came naturally to me, or it's pretty easy. I don't know. But it's not, I don't think it's this thing that you need to worry about that much. Like, oh, I need this leadership skills before I can hire a team. You kind of develop these skill sets as you do it.
I think it's something maybe you should sell if you're not already selling it, because from my speaking about myself, and I've had this conversation with so many people, it's a big issue. For you, you're lucky because you're saying that it's something that you have naturally. It's a big issue. Like I'm thinking like, okay, I need a video editor to edit my main content, then to do my podcast content, then my short form content. Okay, then I need someone to book my calls, to book people to come onto the podcast. And then I offer a website design service. I need someone to build the websites. I need someone to find me clients. There's just like so many different things that I'm finding I'm having to do. And then now finally when I realize that, okay, I need to build a team. And then I say, okay, let me hire a website designer. But what if he doesn't do the job properly? Okay, let me get a video editor. But what if he doesn't edit the way I like? And then I feel like, no, I'd rather do it myself.
I see, yeah.
You check.
Yeah.
So, okay, what would you say? Okay, what would you say to someone who feels like what I just said? But I'll be honest with you, that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, so talk to me. Probably a lot of people feel that way as well. Yeah. So I basically just hire people, like they said, my email team, for example, like people doing my emails. Let's take that one as an example.
Yeah.
I would just go on Upwork, ask ChatGPT, yo, write me an Upwork post for email, someone to do my emails Monday to Friday, 100 leads a day, write me an Upwork post. Copy that, post it on Upwork, get my 30 applicants, go through the best ones, do like, let's say I've got 15 applicants in like 48 hours. Then I would just, chat with them on Zoom, see if they are capable, just like they can speak English, they can do the job. And then, I just look at that and then I hire them. Like my first hire for the email, she stayed with me for like 2.5 years. Like my first ever hire. So maybe I'm just lucky in that part. But yeah, it's like Upwork is very good. Even your network and your friends.
Okay.
Yeah. And social media is also good, like personal brand, posting a story. That also helps a lot.
So you just need to just do it.
How about you? Icos, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm just going to have to just do it.
Yeah. You figure it out as you go as well. Like you don't really want to procrastinate that. Oh, he might not do the job. Like just hire and see if they can do it, if they can do the job. If not, fire them and get a new one, and then you learn as you go. I think Sam Ovens, he did, or even Elon Musk, I'll get to Sam Ovens. Elon Musk did like the first 3,000 interviews for, I think, what's the spaceship? SpaceX, his company.
Yeah.
The first 3,000 or 30, I believe 3,000 interviews for the main engineer or something like that. He did himself.
So it's a lot of thousand interviews.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a lot of reps. And even Sam Ovens, who is the CEO of School, founder of
Formel Consulting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He did like the first 6,000 or 600 or something. Just a lot, interviews for like the, main designer or main engineer or something like that. Yeah. So it's just a lot of reps as well. Then you can see, okay, this person, if you do 600 interviews, you know who's good or not. You can instantly see almost. And I've done close to 1,000 sales calls, and when I hop on a Zoom call with someone, I can almost instantly tell how much money they're making.
Okay.
Because I've just done so much, and I've heard people say how much money they're making, how they talk, how they speak, pattern recognition, stuff like that. When I mention the price, how do they react? I can almost tell exactly how much money they're making.
That's a lot of reps that got you to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, close to 1,000 sales calls.
So my first hire, I should just go on a platform like Upwork.
Yeah, that's good.
Upwork compared to Fiverr, or it's just the same thing?
No, it's basically the same thing. I just used Upwork from the start, so I'm just familiar with that. And I've got good results, so.
Okay. And then like in terms of like knowing who to hire, like which parts of the business?
Yeah. So agency is the only one I have experience in, obviously. And the first one I would outsource is your marketing team. So for most people, to get clients in the first, you can't spend money on ads because you don't have thousands of dollars to spend ads in America. Well, you can spend ads in South Africa. I see a lot of clients doing that actually. So you can do that, but I would first validate your offer through cold outreach. So that means cold DMs, cold emails, LinkedIn outreach, cold calling, X, the platform, Twitter, DMs, like DMing people, getting your clients in. I would outsource that first. So getting someone to source the leads, for example, on email, send the emails, do the follow-up, stuff like that. I would outsource that first. So you can only focus. So basically, you just handle your main inbox, the main inbox replies, and then the calls get booked. Okay. You still do the sales because that's very high leverage activity. It's signing a client is very high leverage.
Yeah.
And then, the outsource, I would also outsource my service delivery as well. Maybe do it for 1 or 2 clients just to get the feel of it. And then you outsource to maybe your friends or on Upwork, to do the job for you. So all you do is sales calls, and you can even outsource that. We can outsource your sales, and then you basically do nothing.
Nice.
You just manage the team.
Which is where you say you're at right now. You're spending 2 hours on did you say you're spending 2 days on your business?
2 hours a week on my agency.
Okay, yeah. And the rest of the time, what are you?
2-3 hours a week. And then the rest of the time, I'm just building out modules for our community members for founders acquisition. So the info product. So we've outsourced, the marketing for the info product, founders acquisition, is my YouTube channel, which I do like an hour a week as well, posting videos, Instagram, stuff like that. That's the main form of marketing. And we're also getting a office space where we're going to shoot a lot of ads. So ads and organic is going to be our marketing machine. Okay. So I'm still involved with that because I need to be on the ads.
Yeah.
And then the sales is actually outsourced. So I don't do the sales calls for that. And then building out the product, I still obviously need to build up the modules. And I want to outsource that.
Are you running your own ads or someone is helping you with it?
We run our own ads. So Meta has made it so simple where, obviously they want to take your money. They're also a business.
Yeah.
They want to make money. So they are going to give you the best bang for your buck, basically the best ROI, if you give them your money, because they obviously want you to keep paying them money. So if you make money from them, you're going to keep paying them. Yeah. So they have made it so easy, especially with AI. You just basically, our recent event, which got taken down by YouTube, right? We just boosted Instagram Reels as an ad, and we got like 2 million views from that.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah.
How much was the ad spend on that?
50K rand. So like $2,600.
2 million views. That's much ad spend. Okay.
Yeah. So South African ads are extremely cheap. That's why, if you run an agency in South Africa, you can actually run ads here in South Africa because it's very, very cheap ads. In America, ads are so expensive.
That's true.
You need to that's why I wouldn't recommend, if you're under $20,000 a month, I wouldn't recommend ads in the US because it's just so expensive. You need to spend at least 50,000 rand, on the minimum 50,000 rand, more closer to 100,000 rand a month on ads in America if you want to get some clients. So yeah, first validate it through cold outreach, email, DM, stuff like that. Hope those calls, sign those clients, get you 20K a month. Obviously much easier said than done, but that's your only path forward.
So for someone like me, would you say that it's a skill worth learning to be able to run my own ads, or should focus on getting the right person to run my ads for me?
So is this now for your coaching business, agency, or what's this for?
Yes, for my coaching business.
Coaching business. I would definitely learn the skill of ads. It's a very good skill to learn. Ads and organic content. It's very similar. Like organic content is now acting a lot similar to ads because it's not social media anymore. It's interest media. So
you still need a great hook.
Yeah. What that means is, these platforms are so smart with AI and all these things that when you post a YouTube video, you post an Instagram post, they transcribe that video. So they get the transcript of that and they push that video to people who would find it interesting. So it's almost acting like an ad. An ad is where you put money behind a video and you push it out to people who would find it interesting. But social media organic content like Reels that you just post for free is basically like that now. Okay. So like a YouTube creator, they can have 1,000 subscribers, but one video get 100,000 views because it's pushed out to the right people. You don't need a lot of subscribers and followers anymore. You just need to create the right content. And that's also why I believe niche specific content is the best way to go. If you're starting and even pretty, you already starting your journey, a couple years in maybe, still the best way to go. Like a niche content.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think a lot of people just want to go viral, on YouTube.
The way to go viral is to go niche. That's the thing.
Explain further.
Yeah. So people think that if you go niche, it's I'm making my target market smaller. You're going niche. It's for example, let's say I post a YouTube video and my YouTube title and thumbnail, or just title, for example, is how to sign clients for your agency. That video is going to get 100 views. How to sign clients for your agency. But if I say how to sign clients for your agency from South Africa, it's going to get 5,000 views. That's literally 50 times more views because I went niche.
Yeah.
So it's more about the resonance now.
Yeah.
More and less about volume.
Yeah.
Because there's so much content online that people are only going to click on it if it resonates with them. Exactly. It's it speaks to them.
Exactly.
So you trying to go global too quickly. It's a lot like war. Business and war have a lot of similarities, right? Napoleon, the war, the stuff. So people are trying to conquer the world before they've conquered their own city and country.
Your location, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have an advantage here. Why would you try to go global first?
It's true. Like most of my content, like because I talk about US dollars, I try to apply to American audiences. But every time I make a video with the word South Africa, it gets more views than
Exactly.
just leaving it blank like that.
Exactly. So you want to play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Play the game you can win.
Yeah.
Play the game you can win. It's very important. And I'm not gonna win certain games. Like for example, one of our good friends I met in Greece. Like he's very, very good when it comes to consulting, like worldwide high ticket consulting, stuff like that. That's not a game I'm gonna win. I can't win that game. I'm not even gonna play that game, right? I can play the game where I can kind of go mass market in South Africa, and that's the game I'm gonna play because there's my strengths, it's my advantage, it's the resonance is here, people relate, and that's basically all just advantages.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say, for example, I want to now compete and do the same thing and do high ticket consulting and get clients all over the world, $10,000 program, for example. South Africans can't really afford that, most of them.
Yeah.
So, I then go to Dubai, America, Europe, stuff like that. I need to get clients from there, but I don't have an advantage there.
Yeah.
I'm just like some South African dude, but in South Africa, it's more relatable.
Yeah.
So there's more advantages.
I see a lot on your YouTube channel. You talk about earning money in US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it better to earn in US dollars compared to, right?
Yeah, so a good example about that is Quentin, my business partner with the Founders Acquisition. So just to drill this point home, I see a lot of people say, oh no, why just not do South Africans or focus on Rand? So Quentin, I'm not going to say exactly how much he got paid, but he made 20 times more. Wait, no, it was 5 times more money, okay, doing the same work, but just for an American client in a quarter of the time. So it was like 5 days of work. He made 5 times more money than he did in his normal job, right? Doing the same amount of work. The same amount of work, exact same work, the same work, but he made 5 times more in a quarter of the time.
Yep.
So that's why I say you already have the skills. American companies are looking for South African talent. They deeply, like I've been on these group calls, on these team calls of these big companies, like very, very big companies making millions and millions of dollars a year. 50% of their team are South Africans, right? So they are looking for these people. And obviously you can make 20 times more with the exchange rate. And if you can earn even, what's the word? Not advise, we recommend our students to not charge less than $2,500 per month. That's roughly like 45,000 Rand for one client. So if you sign 2 clients, you're already making 90,000 Rand a month in South Africa. 90,000 Rand a month in South Africa, you are living a good life. And that's only 2 clients.
Wow.
So it's definitely achievable.
Wow. Okay, maybe let's break down someone who wants to get into this. What does the business look like?
Yeah. And
then I don't know if you can go in depth that, okay, these are the steps that you then need to take.
Yeah. So we got the biggest free community in South Africa at the moment.
Yeah.
Founders Acquisition. It's, maybe we can link it down below or something. It's a free community of 8,000 people.
Yeah.
Where we've got like free modules showing them how to start on their own.
Yeah.
So it's like a free course.
The link's going to be in the description of this video.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, and it's growing. Like we grew 6,000 members the past, like 3,000 members the past month or so. So it's growing exponentially.
Wow.
And, it's like a free course showing people how to do it, how to sign their first client. And then, basically how it works is like in the free community, right? It's a 6-week program that we have in our paid community, right? But in the free community, we give week 1 away for free, technically. We don't know how long that's going to stay on there.
Yeah.
It's so valuable. We might just remove it and just give something else there. So it's like a free week. They can go through that. And our idea with this is to help them for free. So maybe sign 1 or 2 clients, make like $5,000. Let's say 100,000 Rand in total. And they can use some of that money to invest in a paid one where we can help you even further. You get access to the entire community, the entire modules and group coaching and even one-on-one mentorship.
Sign up before it gets taken down. Sign up now. So now.
Yeah.
After watching this video. Okay. So what are they going to be doing exactly? Like they can watch the free course and learn, but yes, what are they doing in the business? Are they selling something?
Yeah. So in the beginning, like I mentioned, you have to do everything yourself. You just have to go through that. It's like the trial by fire. You just have to go through that.
But like what is the service that they actually will be doing?
Oh, so the service is, it can be, we don't necessarily teach specific services.
Yeah.
We teach mainly client acquisition, how to sign clients for your agency. So the service delivery part is not actually that difficult. You can learn in 20 hours. You can be 80% proficient in any skill.
Yeah.
So you're already there in 20 hours. So just 2 days.
For example, website design, Facebook ads.
Yes, Facebook design,
video editing,
like funnel optimization, AI agents, WhatsApp booking, lead generation, email marketing, TikTok ads. Like there's hundreds of services you can offer.
digital marketing services.
Exactly, digital marketing services. Okay. And you sell that to them. We show you like how to choose your niche, which niche you to choose, how to craft your offer, how to price your services, how to get clients, how to sign clients. We got the contracts, we got the sales scripts, we got onboarding, we got everything.
Yeah.
Because I obviously did it myself, and I did the agency, and I ran the agency, and now we teach people how to do it as well.
What would you say to someone who's in a situation right now where like maybe they've just got $100 or 1,000 rands only, and they've got no other plan?
Yeah. So the best thing to do at this stage is definitely start learning online. So watch YouTube videos, just brainwash yourself and believe this is possible. Like, learning is a constant thing. I think Albert Einstein also said, the only thing that stands between me and my learning is my education. So even Einstein said that the education scheme, whatever going on there, is standing between him and his learning. Learning is very important. So learn the YouTube, maybe watch some obviously we've got the free course, like go through that.
Yeah.
And then I would definitely work a job. Like I said, like I couldn't work a job, but I also had no responsibilities, like I still stayed with my parents. I was making 500,000 rand a month in my parents' bedroom, so I was just staying there, no responsibilities, nothing. So watching YouTube videos, walking, listening to podcasts, and then I would work a job. So normal job, maybe factory job, sales job. Sales jobs are good because you learn the skill. And then I would stack cash. Maybe like if you're staying in an apartment, make sure don't go lavish with your apartment spending.
Yeah.
Maybe still stay with your parents so you have less responsibilities. Stack cash and then take that money and invest in a mentorship. That will accelerate your growth like nothing else. If you want the quickest path to financial freedom, that is your path for sure.
And I like the fact that you mentioned that like when you do get cash, don't just start living a lavish lifestyle. I think that's the main reason why when someone finally gets an opportunity to make money, they lose it quickly because you are paying this amount of rent, but then now you've moved to this type of apartment and now you are paying times 5, or you're driving this type of car and then now you made a bit of money and now you're driving that amazing type of car.
Yeah.
We move up too fast.
That's the thing. That's why making money too quick can also be a bit of lead to a downfall as well, because you didn't build the character to be able to sustain that and be worthy of that money. Like, good example is the lotto winners, like they didn't work for that money. Like, when you spend money on the lotto, it's like in 3 years, they make, how much is lotto? 100 million rand? I don't even know. It's a lot of money, life-changing money. But in 3 years, they're back at their normal, where they were in 3 years, because they didn't build the character. It's like your, Bob Proctor is like a manifestation coach or whatever. He calls it your internal thermometer of money. So if you internally don't feel worthy that you can make $1 million a year, right? And you are at, let's say, let's say your internal thermometer is like at, let's just take dollars, $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And you instantly make $1 million a year. After a while, you go back to 100,000.
Yeah.
But if you internally feel you're worthy of $1 million, but you're currently at 100K, it's just a matter of time before you're at the $1 million.
Yeah.
Your internal state needs to be that off, and that takes time. That takes building of your character, struggling, patience, not signing clients. That's why the hard work and the times we don't see any progress is actually so valuable, because you learn all these other skills like patience and character and grit and discipline and resilience that ultimately can get you further along the journey.
Yeah, that's deep, man. We need to be patient. We need to develop our inner self. I remember, I personally struggled with this. Like when I started making money online, working with US clients as well, the money would be so much and so overwhelming that I would find a way to sabotage myself to make sure that I go back to what I'm used to.
Yeah.
When my landlord is calling me saying, "Hey, you haven't paid the rent yet. What's going on?"
Yeah.
So I agree with you that it's something internal. And when you finally overcome that thing, that's when all the doors begin to open for you.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a South African young person, girl, boy, the 21-year-old, and they're listening to you right now. What would you say to them? They don't yet, maybe they're going to jump into the course. I don't know. But what's one message that you'd love to give to maybe younger people that they need to hear right now?
So this is the best time to ever be alive if you are 20-year-old in South Africa, without a doubt. Like doctors used to study 10, 15 years to get their whatever doctor's degree. And if you want to become a doctor, totally fine with that. I have nothing wrong with any 9 to 5 job. So if that's what you want to do, I'm totally happy. You've won. But if you want to start an online business, right? You don't need to get a degree. You don't need to go to BCom. You don't need to do that. Like there's free programs out there 10 times better than that of a BCom for free. So you're not spending your money, but you need to spend your attention. So you need to focus a bit, right? Focus is required. But it's 100% possible. You can make the money of a doctor in literally 2-3 years for free. But obviously, if you pay money, you just get there quicker.
Yeah.
Okay. But as a young South African, it's the best time to ever be alive. Social media, AI, we kind of grew up with these things. We are very fast. Our brains can learn quickly. So it's like the age of the Gen Z where we are now making like most of the money and not like the older people anymore. Like the biggest wealth transfer in history, I believe, is happening where all the older people, they have the money, right? But they don't have the expertise.
Yeah.
You see like they have all the money, the assets and the companies they've built across the decades that they've been alive.
Yeah.
But now they're like, okay, the world has changed. Social media is now the future. Marketing is on social media, Instagram, TikTok. Like these 50, 60-year-olds don't know about TikTok and stuff and marketing and going viral there. But our younger people do. Yeah. So they give their money to us to help them with their marketing.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
So win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But of course, there are some older people who watch this channel.
Yeah.
And right now you're speaking to the 23-year-old.
Yeah.
What would you say to maybe someone who's 45 years old plus, and they're hearing you talking about all this digital stuff, but they call themselves or they identify as born before technology?
Okay. I see. Yeah. So are they looking to start an online business or
they want to ideal?
They're working a 9 to 5 or most likely?
They are probably working a 9 to 5. Some of them are at the age where they're considering retirement and they realize that the 9 to 5 is not going to give them that retirement life that was promised.
Okay. So this is definitely not financial advice. So take this with a grain of salt. But I would put a lot of your money into Bitcoin, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. I've done a lot of research on this and like you can definitely retire off that and make a lot of money, like 10 times your retirement in like half a decade. So there's not financial advice, like definitely do your own like research, okay? Disclaimer, but that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And I've done quite a lot of research on that. Yeah. So, because like, like starting an online business, like the young kids are crazy, like they can work 20 hours a day and sleep 2 hours and still work again. Like they are ruthless and they know the stuff so well. So if you're a bit older, it's definitely going to be harder. It's definitely still possible. I've been in these programs and like in our program, it's been like 67-year-olds, building their online business. Yeah. But I can just see it's definitely harder for them because their brain can't compute as quickly. So you definitely had a bit of a disadvantage. That's why I say, so when you're a bit older, you probably have a bit more capital because of your pension funds and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So me personally, not financial advice, I would put like 80% of that into Bitcoin.
Okay.
And just live like, live a bit to like, obviously you need some monthly income coming in, obviously to live your life, but the majority of it I'll put into Bitcoin and then just live a bit longer, take care of yourself, stay healthy, move a bit more, eat a bit less, strip off a little bit of fat so you can live a bit longer and stay healthy, so you can actually enjoy that money.
One more question. When you are not working, who is Andro? If you take away like the money, the agency, what are some of the things that you enjoy?
Yeah, that was kind of the thing when you mentioned in the beginning, like, who is Andro? Yeah. Like, if you really want to go deep with it, I am just like the consciousness observing my thoughts at the end of the day. Like, I am just the awareness behind everything that's happening. That's like more spiritual stuff. I'm reading a lot of that, like Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, A New Earth, The Surrender Experiment, which is a very good book. It's basically a guy who's in his entire 20s, like his 20s, you basically went into the woods and just did yoga and meditation. And in his late 50s, he built like a $1.3 billion software company by just surrendering to life. And whatever happens to him, he's like, this is meant to be. And he's doing the best he can. And he said his definition of success is basically anything that is put in front of you, just do the absolute best you can without regard to the outcome. That's where Alex Hormozi, all these like entrepreneurs that are just like work, they're actually very spiritual in a sense. Like even Alex Hormozi said that, the work is the goal. that is the exact same as like a yoga saying, do the best you can with whatever is in front of you without regards to the outcome. That was his definition of success. That's exactly what Alex Hormozi is doing. This is actually very spiritual in that sense. So, basically, who is Andro behind that? Basically, just the consciousness, the collective consciousness of everything. We are all kind of one in that space. Like we all have like that being inside of us. That's how we can relate to each other. And then everything else is just like labels. And Eckhart Tolle calls it like your meat body. But not to go too spiritual in that sense. I'm just like a normal guy, chill dude, like, I like learning, eating steak, eggs, lifting heavy weights. I love the gym. I've been going to the gym for almost 8 years now. Absolutely love that. Haven't skipped a day. I walk outside, listen to audiobooks, and every now and then I like to have some fun, maybe braai, go out and party.
Yeah, I was actually asking like if you like maybe going out, play golf or something, but then you went very deep. But no, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, nice. And you mentioned steak a lot. I think you've mentioned it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I'm a bit of in a cut at the moment, so the steak is a bit of a high calorie. So I'm doing like steak 4 times a week at the moment. Okay. But my normal day today is like steak a day, 6 eggs, gets lots of sun, no sunscreen, just staying active.
Awesome. And for those people who want to follow you and maybe look into the stuff that you do, where can they find you?
Yeah, so the best place is definitely YouTube. Andro Koen on YouTube, Andro Koen on Instagram. I unfortunately don't have TikTok. But yeah, you can also join the free school community, which is growing probably when the time this is live, probably at 10,000 members or so. And then also when you join the free school community with a free program, you also get signed up to our newsletter, which we provide some more free value. Twice a week, we put out like our, like a newsletter. Quentin and I, we write that. We have a lot of fun. So yeah, you can join there.
Any last remarks for the audience? Any word of encouragement, motivation?
So the last one really, like, Bill Gates said, I'm not sure if it's Bill Gates who said that, but a lot of people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in a decade. So in 1 year, you might not really do much. It's like that example I told you where, let's take a 10-year timeline. You're going to get more gains and make more progress from year 9 to 10 than you do 1 to 9 combined. So just keep that in mind, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you're not going to see much, like the story of the bamboo. Keep watering it, keep doing the work. You see nothing, what's happening. I call this the entrepreneur's filter, where for 6 to 12 months, you're going to see no results, basically nothing. You're just maybe building your eternal character, right? See nothing, and then most people give up. Oh, this doesn't work. And then, but it's like that story of that meme of the miner, the two people who mine and you see the diamonds and the one guy stops. Is literally that.
Yeah.
You just need to go a bit more and then you smash the diamonds. So just stick it out. Like in 3 years, we work really hard. I can't see how you can't at least make like $10,000 a month with like the teachings online. 3 years, you can definitely do it.
Yeah. And it's definitely worth it.
Yep, for sure. No other path for me personally.
Awesome. Andro, thank you so much for coming through the podcast. It was a pleasure having you.
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Awesome.